Pokemon Direct. Yeah. They were basically giving a big fuck you to the haters today, weren't they? I like it. Basically they were announcing the news that Sword and Shield will be getting new content in the style of expansion passes for Sword and Shield, which means new regions and more Pokemon coming into play, which I find really fan-fucking-tastic. Why? Because people may think, well, maybe we're gonna get Pokemon Gun or Pokemon something else like they did with Pokemon Green, Platinum, Crystal, all those blah 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 blah. No. I kinda like it this way. I kinda like it that you're getting an expansion pass and it gives you more content, and because again, this is a console. This is the home console now. They got more toys to play with, they got more technology to work with, they can make it better, stronger, faster. And from what I saw, new regions and more Pokemon, so 200 plus more. That basically tells me this is a console that is needed for it, and I like it. I really do. And for $30, I will say that is not bad. It's better than paying $60 for an entirely new game which has only a few more details, like Ultra Sun and Moon. Even that was a bit shit. But that is going to be something in which definitely I'm going to have to investigate, look into, and look at possibly. Oh, new expansion. Well, not new expansion, new update, but it may be something in which I may have to look into doing in June. That's when the new expansion releases for the first one, and then fall for the next one. $30? I'm game. I will be happy to do that. Bring it on. You know, I can honestly say this now before I go into the show, and I have the record playing on. When it comes to certain albums and records, there's a difference because, you know, I'll have like a list of songs I'll listen to on my way to walk to work. But when it comes to listening to music, and in this style and records, there's got to be certain records that go on to it. So I know we got definitely a bit of Queen, Thick as a Brick. What else do we get? Yeah, Jethro Tull's Thick as a Brick, Queen, Heart, Bad Animals. Ooh, that's a nice one. And I thought, for shits and giggles, Raul Julia's 9. Yeah, you know, Gomez Adams and M. Bison. Yeah, he was a fantastic singer. Good in the musical 9. But, no, when it comes to stuff like this... Oh, and Wayne's World, of course. But when it comes to stuff like this, all the good classics, you gotta play it on a good record. You know what I mean? So, today was quite a bit of a quiet work day. I mean, it wasn't busy. Got mild like for 2 seconds, but then it just died, and it was like, I'm quite fine with that. But, no, there's one thing I was looking at in which, oh god, thinking of records and such earlier, and I thought of one record in particular in which I thought, oh, I wouldn't mind if they had this on record because it's very nice, very boppity boopity, and that boppity boopity, what the hell? And that was Cowboy Bebop. First track as well, the first soundtrack that came out for it, because they had some good songs in there. They have Tank, and one of my favourites, thanks to Chris because of the show, is Space Lion. And I mean, guys, if you haven't heard it, stop this video right now, YouTube up Cowboy Bebop Space Lion. You'll see it's from the original soundtrack, and just listen to that. Fucking, it's that blue jazz, space, cosmic, but tribal music that comes together, and it's so nice. And That is definitely something in which I would like to own on a record and have it on my record player. But the problem is that these days, just for that soundtrack of Cowboy Bebop in particular, they ask for stupid prices, being around about $100 maybe to $300, and that's like, oh. And that's the thing. That's one thing I would like to do. I'd like to get in touch with my parents again in the UK, have a sit down with my dad, and basically say to him, "Listen, you've had those tracks and those vinyl records for years and stuff that I would listen to. What are the name of some of the? Could you name me some of the albums? Because I want to see if I can get them over here in the States. Because I definitely wouldn't mind picking up a few more Queen. Definitely a few more Queen. We've got one Queen in a collection, so I wouldn't mind a few more Queens. Definitely Thin Lizzy. Oh yeah, Thin Lizzy. That'd be nice. Even if it's a single record or just the big record itself. Thin Lizzy's Jailbreak. I know it's coming out soon as well. On record as well. Amazon was saying on January, sometime in January 2020, it's going to be on record. And I'm like, oh, I would quite like that. A couple of other songs, but this is just me because I'm being a nerd. I mean, definitely something from Steven Universe. There's that, and some more soundtracks from musicals and stuff. I meant, I know it's sad to say, Wicked the Musical, Beetlejuice. Oh yeah, Beetlejuice. I haven't seen the show properly, but from what I heard, it is fantastic, and that is something in which I would love to have. I did see one. Christ, I think I may have put it on my list on Amazon, in which that is definitely something in which I would like to get now, and that is it here? Yep, there it is. That's on my list of things to pick up. Is Memoirs of a Madman by Ozzy Osbourne, because you get some good collections, and it's Ozzy. Fucking Ozzy Osbourne's fucking awesome. Black Sabbath days and what he does these days now is fantastic. What else did I put down on my list? Not many records. I mean, yeah, okay, fair enough. Bob's Burgers, Nightmare Before Christmas. That sounds beautiful in a record, I think. And a couple of musicals. That's just me though. I mean, it's decent price as well. It's around about $28, $20 to $28. That's not bad, but you are getting what you're getting. Decent sized records and just boom. But definitely, I want to go back and pick up a couple of records. But that's something later on down the line. But yeah, all about records and musics and such. And I think, oh, I'd like all this. It sounds so cool. I like it. But that's just me. That is just me. I mean, another one being Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, that's just a big ass length of a whole lot of shit. Abbey Road. Oh, maybe a bit of Michael Jackson. Oh, $115 for the remake Final Fantasy VII soundtrack and Final Fantasy VII from the original. Christ, they just. And again, for what I picked up on that record player from a site called deepdiscount.com, regular price was $80, and I bought that before tax and shipping, $21. That is freaking not bad, I will say. So I'm not, advertised. I'm not sponsored by them, but definitely something to put in there. Bowie, David freaking Bowie. I wonder, because there's one here called Legacy. What is in Legacy? Let's have a look. Legacy, what music's they have? Let's Dance, Ashes to Ashes, Under Pressure, Life on Mars, Changes, The Man Who Saw. Jesus, these are all the good. Oh my god! And how much is it? $29. $29 for the Legacy of Bowie. That is awesome. That's on my Who Loves Me Most list. That goes on that list. That is definitely for $29 for the Legacy pack of David Bowie. Yes, please. But I know one thing for a fact. I need to get a case or something just to put these records in. Because right now, where they are, I don't mind. But I know we want to build up a collection of some good shit. And I'll tell you something now. What we have right now, it's only just beginning. It really is. But, and the fun thing as well, $30 for the greatest hits of Queen. On the list. I'm seeing all these now while I'm talking to you. I'm like, holy crap, these are freaking awesome. I meant $30 for Queen on a final record. That's fantastic. I mean, fair enough. On a CD, it's $10, but this is final, and not to sound like a hipstery dick or anything, but who cares? I'm a fucking hipster, and I don't care. But I just feel like this is something that we needed. Something that we needed was just that record player and just getting back to our roots with some of the songs that we grew up with and such. Mostly for Chris as well, because like I said, when we was in the record store yesterday, picking out some of the records, the Thick as a Brick record, he was talking about that, and he was talking to the owner about it to see if they had him in this collection, and the guy was like, oh, I don't know if I have that. I knew we had some that came in today, but I'll double check. So as we were looking around, the guy literally came from behind the counter, looked at Chris and plopped it in his hands, and his face was like, and that's the thing, when we started listening to that again, I just laid on the sofa, I listened to that, and I'm like, I like it. This is kind of my jam, and I like it. It's really awesome. Oh my god. Excuse me. I am yawny, but I look at that half these records. I mean, definitely one in which I would say is more to my side than anything, but a little bit of Frank Sinatra. A little bit of Frank Sinatra. That is something in which that goes on my in my collection. I think that would be nice to have. But see, Chris is more into the classic rock, in which I am as well, but I'm not that deep in classic rock because I really grew up with like big name classic rocks and all these different bands and stuff. I just know the regulars like Ozzy, Thin Lizzy, Budgie, and stuff I listened in the car. But records I would have on once in a while. I'll just pop it on and I'll just listen. I've been introduced to these new records. Well, old records, but you know, brought new and such. I just listen. I'm just like, oh, these sound fantastic, and I kind of want to pick up more. And from what I'm seeing from a collection so far, again for $20 to $30, just awesome. Prince, Purple Rain, $23. That actually does sound quite, Again, I'm just going to have to go through the whole collection on Amazon and such and just say, yeah, that, and that, boom, next page. Because, oh, they just look so freaking good. I'm going to have to be writing a list to Chris now and just sit down and talk to him. Alright, what do you think of these albums? You know, part of the collection and such, because most probably he's going to see it. There it is, Jailbreak. Alright, so when is that out? Apparently that's out January 24th. Alright, I know what I'm doing. That's going on the list. But oh god, it'll just be nice to get a decent collection. And like I said, I just took a video yesterday of Thick as a Brick playing on the record and said that to my dad. He's like, oh Christ, that's awesome. But oh god, just getting more of this now. Just kind of nice, you know. It's kind of nice to get some records. There's some stuff, like I said, I'll still listen on to Spotify and stuff when I'm walking to work. But when it comes to something different, to set a mood in the house, just to chill, yeah, it's got to be record. It's something in which I wouldn't want to walk home to and listen in the snow or the cold or anything, but it's something in which I would rather listen to while I'm in the house. I think that's a good idea. Oh, excuse me. Rude.